Hello and welcome. My name is Robert Washington, and today I'm going to show you how to create a virtual machine. We're going to use VMware Workstation 12 Pro Edition. So we're going to go in and create a new virtual machine. And we're going to use the typical configuration. We're going to go ahead and install the operating system later. We're going to be installing Red Hat Enterprise Linux Edition 6.1. We're going to click Next, and on here we can select our guest operating system. We're going to choose the Linux, and we can choose from the different versions that they have. We're going to go ahead and leave the Red Hat Linux version 6.1 64-bit edition, and we'll click Next. Now this is to name the virtual machine. We're going to leave the default settings on the virtual machine name and the location of the file. Now we can change the maximum disk size. Recommended size for this edition is 20 gigabytes, so we're going to leave that at the recommended size. And we're going to store this virtual disk as a single file. And we'll click Next. Now we can also go in here and customize hardware before we finish creating the virtual machine. We can change the memory. Right now we have it recommended memory as 2 gigabytes. I have 8 gigabytes on the computer, so I feel fairly comfortable using the recommended memory. So we'll close this, and we're going to click Finish to create the virtual machine. Okay, we're going to go in and edit the virtual machine settings, and we're going to go down to CD, DVD, and we are going to install the operating system. And here's the location of my file, or the ISO image. And we'll just click on Open. Now make sure that Connected Power On is checked before you click OK. And then we're going to go ahead and power on the virtual machine. And this is removable devices that can be added, possibly added to the configuration. We're going to go ahead and just click OK. We can do this at any time. And I'm going to blow this screen up, make it full screen version. And we're going to install or upgrade an existing system. And we'll just simply press Enter. Okay, now we have a screen here that we can begin testing the media before the installation. I've already tested the media, so I'm going to go ahead and skip this. Okay, and now we have the Red Hat Enterprise Linux 6 ready to go. We're going to go through the process of completing the installation. We're going to click Next, and we're going to select the language that we're going to use. It's going to be English. Click Next. The appropriate keyboard for the system, we're going to use US English, and click Next. And we're going to use the basic storage device. Click Next. This is just a warning to let you know, are you sure you want to are you sure you want to erase anything that might be on the disk? We know that this is a blank partition, that there's no data on here, so we're going to click on Yes, discard any data, even though there's nothing actually on the disk. Now we want to name our domain, or the host name of the computer. and I'm just going to name it Washington as my last name, and we'll click next. And we are on the Eastern time zone. I'm going to leave that as the setting. Down here we can use the system clock, use its UTC. We're going to leave that checked, and we'll click next. Now here we're creating a password for the root account. Make sure that your passwords match on the confirmation, and we'll click next. Now we're going to use all the space on the hard drive that we've created in the virtual machine, and we will click next, and we're going to write changes to disk. Okay, the default installation is the basic server install. We're going to go ahead and do a desktop installation, and we're using Red Hat Enterprise Linux. We have the option to customize later, do some customize now. We're just going to leave that as it is now, and we'll click next. And we are starting the installation process. Okay, the process up till now took about 10 minutes. And now we are going to do a reboot on the system. And we'll continue once everything is loaded back up. Okay, now we are at the welcome screen, and we're going to click on forward, and this is our license agreement, and we're going to click yes to agree to the license. Click forward. Setting up software updates. Just a little bit of a warning. The network connection on the system is not active. We're going to do that at a later time. I'm going to click forward. Now I need to create a username. And I will use my name for the username. And also creating a password. And confirm the password. We can also use a network login if we want. We're going to skip on that. That's if we're in a large enterprise. We can use that. And there's also advanced controls for this. We're going to go ahead and click forward. And now we need to set the clock. And it is currently 2:15 my time. And the date is the 27th of February 2016. We'll click forward. This is something you don't really have to worry about. Insufficient memory to configure the dump. Okay, in regards to this message, it's a known bug that occurs in systems with less than 4 gigabytes of memory. It's supposed to be resolved in a future update. We can just go ahead and click forward. Sorry, we're going to click OK. And we're going to go ahead and skip over this and just click finish. Okay, our next step, we are going to be installing VMware tools. So we need to log in as root to do this. So we're going to click on Other, log in as root. And it's going to ask for a password. And it's just letting you know that you are logging in as root. Okay, we're going to go ahead and install our VMware tools. Okay, we're going to take this file here, the VMware tools tar file. We're going to go ahead and put this on the desktop. We can go ahead and close this, and we're going to double click, bring this back into full view, and then we're going to extract the files, and we're going to put them directly on the desktop and click extract. And we can click on quit, and then we're going to go into our VMware tools file that we extracted, and you want to look for vmware-install.pl. I'm going to double click this, install the VMware tools, and you want to run this in terminal. Now we're going to go ahead and use the default settings all the way through. So it's going to ask you a series of questions, and we'll just simply press enter to use the default settings. Okay, now that we've finished installing the VMware tools, I'm going to close this out. I'm going to go back to I'm going to go under VM and the settings. We're going to go to network adapter. It's already set up for NAT. We want to make sure that we click this box on NAT used to share the host IP address. I'm just setting up my network connection right now. We're going to go ahead and click OK. We can simply come up to this box here, click on that, and we're going to select system ETH0, and that's basically going to tie us into our physical device for internet usage. And now the internet is ready to go. We can go ahead and delete these files. We won't use them anymore, and we can empty out our trash. And now we have a fresh install of Red Hat Enterprise Linux 6.1 64-bit edition in the VMware Workstation 12 virtual machine. Thank you for watching.